Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Uh, what I want to talk about is what have we learned since this virus thing has come up? And when I say we, I'm talking about we as individuals. Um, I'll tell you, for me, looking at individuals, how they're reacting has really got me down. As I've had uh, great respect for America. And why? It's not the government. You know, I'm not a government kind of guy. And but it's the individuals. And it's taken me a little while to figure out. Can't believe how the individuals have reacted. Now, but I had to stop and think. We are our experiences. We experience things. And as we experience things, however we handle them, the smart people reevaluate the way they handle it. And it's not just the bad things that happen. I mean, I'm talking about all kinds of things. We should be always reevaluating your love life. Oh, it sucks. Well, okay, why? You'll reevaluate and see what happens. Maybe you were looking for the wrong mate. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody is an individual. They have their own way of looking at things. So what you need to be doing is evaluating what you have done. Now, you can start with look in the mirror. And do you see yourself with a face mask and plastic gloves? And do you wear a seatbelt? You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things that we look at, we should be looking at, and figuring out why we're doing the stuff we do. I've said before, a majority of the time, the majority is wrong. Now, what's going on now is the media has just pumped all this way out of hand. And I'm trying to think, okay, this is a pandemic and everybody is contaminated and all this kind of stuff. So that means we wear the mask and the gloves. I'm not saying I've never wear masks and gloves. I've said I go in after hurricanes. I go in really bad places. There are times when I do this stuff. This time I wear a seatbelt. And I evaluate everything that goes on in my life so I start picking up a pattern on improving my life as an individual. Why? Do I expect somebody to say, hey, Mike, here you go, better your life and give me stuff and do stuff like this? No, I don't expect anybody to do that. Do I expect the government to do it? Hell no. I want the government to stay out of my way. Where all the countries I go to, all the disasters I go to, it's the governments that screw things up. Well, it's the governments and big business. I'm not a big business fan either. And such as the Red Cross. I'm trying to help the Red Cross, and no, you're not registered. You don't have to do it. What? Okay, so in other words, we've seen professionals that have made judgments that have just turned. Hey, what? What is it? Good girl? girl. Good girl. Yeah. Okay. Uh, see, she's doing her job. I'm reevaluating her too. She's learning how to protect me. And it's not like she's going to jump in and do something, but she's notifying me. This is what happens around us. We are being notified, and then we make judgments on what we're being notified. And now, do you blindly follow? Or do you make choices on your own? This is what you need to be thinking about. And this is a good time to look at it. For me, I've been in shit at the fan situations. I knew this was coming. You can look at my videos. And so that's why I have a place. I have multiple places. But I've got plan A where I go for plan A, plan B, plan C, all these things, because I say shit at the fan happens all kinds of places, all kinds of times. Now, how about you? What did you do during this thing? Evaluate what you did. Did you just blindly follow? I even gave you options on what you can be doing so then you can better yourselves. Personally, I don't give a damn about you. Personally, I don't. You have to figure out what's good for you. When I do the 3-man militia classes, I go around, I help people organize, get themselves together. I don't give a damn. But when I come to this place, I do. And that's why I try to make sure that they understand what's going on and look more than just for themselves, but as their own, whether it's a family, whether it's a group of friends or whatever, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, it's the same thing when I do Hoi Chi. I don't give a shit about you. When you're on that table, I really give a shit about you. When you're on that table. When you're on the table, I'm looking for things that's going wrong in your body, and then I'm asking you questions, but we have to figure out why this stuff is happening. And then this is the time for you to reevaluate what you've been doing to get your body in the shape that it's in. Now, and I'll give you options on what you can do. Do you want to do it? Hell, I don't care if you do it or not, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly what your body has been telling you, and you ignored it. So that's, oh man, that's the same thing you should be getting out of this. I don't know how many people said, oh yeah, I got a place to go, and none of them went any place. And that tells me they don't have a place to go. They're big on talk, but they don't have a place to go. This is a good time. What, you got something else better to do? This, and that's why I said it's a good time to practice. See what you need to do, what you have, what you don't have. Make use of what you have, and then you'll know later on, because all this is going to get behind us. How many shit hit the fan situations I've been in, I have no idea. But it's all gets behind me. And I've learned from it. You need to be learning from it. You need to learn, who do you listen to? And when you're listening, are you listening because they told you to do this? Or are you listening because you believe it's the right thing to do? Okay, now if you do believe it's the right thing to do, remember, you're the one that's going to benefit or be hurt by whatever it is you do. And you can change your mind, but you better have options. That's what plan A, plan B, plan C. You have other things you can be working on. And, man, I just don't know. I just don't know how to stress the importance. We, as strong individuals, is what makes us great. Now, some people are going to be stuck in their little rut, and that's okay. Let them do it. Because the system is set up. Because of the American system, we are set up. We will start being fruitful again. But there's no reason to wait until then to be fruitful. You can be fruitful to yourself. You can help yourself better your life now. And the first thing is you have to reevaluate what it is that you've done up to now, how you could have done it better, looking around at other people, and what did they do? And okay, why aren't they wearing a mask and stuff like that? You know, well, you think maybe they've been around sick people before too? They may not get up in your face. I made a video talking about when I was coughing and stuff, how everybody got away from me. Yeah, that's a self-defense move. So that's what I'm saying. You get away from sick people. As a matter of fact, sick people shouldn't even be out. Take personal responsibility. If you're sick, stay home, get well. And even though, remember, there are sick people out there. And like I say, I've been to areas where everybody is sick. Okay, now why is some people come out of it? That's why the Hoi Chi. You have to take care of yourself so then you, not only physically, but emotionally, financially, well, you don't have money, you didn't have an emergency fund set back. Man, this is a good time to learn. You're living a standard that you can't afford. Like, I have nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I got my camper and my pickup. So, you'd say, well, hey, he's got nothing. I live way underneath my means. And so why? So then I can adjust to whatever happens to me. And then these are things that I've learned step to step. Now it's your turn to learn from this damn virus thing on what you're going to do. I said if it was me, I had my restaurants, I would be doing my restaurants a different way. I don't know how you're going to close me? You're not going to close me. Who thinks that you're going to close me? Where you got this? Now, if we're in martial law and it becomes a law, that's one thing. But they suggested you stay home. And that's a good suggestion. Until we find out exactly what's going on, well then look. Okay, now it's been some time. You ought to be able to figure out, okay, what is the sickness? It's not like there's rats carrying around diseases. We know what it is now. We've got a much better understanding of what it is. We should be able to get our marbles back together and start going. And you can do it. And you can do it now. This Mike, NoStressMike.com.